Hey everybody, welcome to episode freaking 12 of Path of Most Resistance. In our last episode, Dajjal, disguised as Gar, left Maro's claw in Sammy's hands. He then used a stone of far speech he found in Gar's desk to try and reach Vassago, but someone named Ty picked it up and told the fake Gar that a member of Vassago's army could possibly be found in Kragan. So the party arrived in Kragan, a seaside city famous for purple dye. A sports match was being celebrated and the city is buzzing with activity. Loowee's curse was broken by a dragonborn fortune teller named Kristoff. The players receive fortunes, and as Dajjal is drunk after a single tankard in a tavern, Ayden has recognized the symbol of his country, White Oak, on the shield of a stranger across the room.
I want to whisper into Dajjal's ear and say, "Use your loudspeak and say, hey there with the shield."
What?
You're holding Dajjal, and he's like,
Where's my
I want to shake him. Say it.
Oh, what am I saying?
Hey there with the shield.
Hey, shield, there you!
Good enough.
Did you do that in thaumaturgy?
Yeah.
Alright.
And I want to point to the guy while holding Dajjal.
The person in this suit of armor, you see them shake. Everyone around you kind of shakes, and they're all suddenly really surprised by what just happened. And this figure turns around. They are wearing their full helm and their full suit of armor, so you do not see a face, but they start to look around for the source of that thaumaturgy.
I want to start waving and come here, come hither.
Through the crowd, they see you, and they put up a hand to. Just a moment. And they are poring over this huge stack of papers, and they pick up everything, they collect everything, and they kind of bundle up in their arms, and they approach.
I want to realize what I just did and set Dajjal on a stool and say, just stay here, keep yourself up. I need to figure something out. And I want to kind of meet the guy halfway, 3/4 away. I'm gonna let him come 3/4. I'll go a quarter, and he's coming to me. Hail and well met.
Hark, who are you?
I believe the better question here, with that shield, is who are you?
And
I'm Ayden Ashwind. That was rude of me. I'm sorry.
You're Ashwind, as in son of Braun Ashwind.
Yes.
They pick up their helm, and under their visor is a bearded gentleman with a short brown beard and pretty green eyes. And your father was a great man. It's an honor to meet you. And he puts out his hand.
Oh, wow. I want to shake his hand heartily and say, my brother, it is an honor to meet you as well, good friend.
He takes his shield off his back and he puts it on his arm. From White Oak. My name is Garrett. I'm a knight from White Oak.
Oh, Garrett. I want to take my shield off as well and do a little clink, oh, cheers.
Oh, friendship.
Our shields having some kind of moment here.
Yeah, man. I want to say, so when did you become a knight, Garrett?
I was charged with being the head knight of Ravenrock. I'm in charge of restoring the city after what happened. I've been in charge for about 15 years now.
Oh, boy. Garrett, I have a funny story. I myself was actually going to become a knight. And some things happened, as I'm sure you know, at White Oak. And I had to kind of just... After everything that happened, I had to distance myself from just everything and everyone there. But it is so nice to see a fellow brother here protecting and serving and doing the Lord's work.
Well, I am not a cleric. I am here on a mission.
That's me. Silly me. I have become a cleric.
I see. Well, that's interesting. I'm sure your father would be very proud of you.
Yeah. It's getting a little choked up.
Oh no.
Thank you. He was a great man.
He still has these papers all bundled in one arm. Would you like to sit at my table before someone takes it from me?
Yeah. I actually, 1 second, I want to reach over and grab Dajjal. Do you mind if my friend comes and then look back over and see what Loowee is doing?
That's fine.
I'm going to say, Loowee, Would you like to join my new friend?
Oh, he kind of looks like you, right?
Wes?
Did you?
You flatter me.
I mean, that's not a compliment, but
Okay. well,
Well, all right.
This is how
alright.
this
But-
begins. This friendship.
one of you guys was enough already.
Have a
Oh, I want to know if that guy can ride on his shield.
seat. I think that is a very advanced maneuver.
Okay.
Are you a shield surfing fan?
Oh,
You shield surf.
Naturally, all the time. I can show you on the waves later.
You know,
Oh, Ayden is.
maybe
so-
Ayden can
Ayden's like,
use some.
Yes. I did
he
have
can
one
use some
mishap,
practice.
as a few fortnight ago, give or take. I may have had a mishap on some stairs.
Oh no,
But that's all. It looked really.
it happens to
cool.
the best.
Like,
I bet it did.
it,
Uh,
you understand.
Of course. Well,
But,
join me over
yeah,
here.
let's-
Let's talk. As you sit down at this table with Garrett, he takes off his helm, and you see that he has slightly pointed ears, and he is in fact a half-elf, much like your Ayden.
Oh no.
Except he's just like way cooler than me. He's a way cooler guy.
Intimidated.
oh, you're our cleric.
Your father was a great man. He actually saved my village from a goblin attack when I was a boy. It's what inspired me to become a knight.
You
Goblins.
too?
Me
You-
too.
You know
You're the
it. You
worst.
understand.
You know,
Oh
can't
my
be faulted.
goodness, Garrett.
not all of them, but
It's very refreshing hearing tale from you, my friend.
well, it's good to see someone else on the road. I didn't think I'd see anyone else from White Oak. As I said, I'm the head knight of Raven Rock now, charged with restoring the city. I'm here looking for justice. Raven Rock, White Oak's capital, was attacked, and our King Lazarus and your father, God rest them, were murdered 30 years ago, and ever since I have sought to find who did it and why. As Raven Rock is mostly restored now with a fruitful economy and a new castle, thanks to yours truly, I have found time to travel for my investigation. So, finding Little and White Oak, I have come to Leafin for information. I was in Frampton just a few days ago, and I met a tiefling couple who told me to search Weldfield, so I'm on my way.
Did they
Oh,
they have a
Garrett.
child?
Have a little girl.
They did. Yes, Fern was her name.
Ah,
They
Ooh.
did mention two tieflings, a half-elf and a masked lady, but I'm not sure who that might be.
I want to like look.
that's
I wanna-
us.
I want to
Like,
look
I'm
over at the
holding
shoulder
up my
and be
empty. That was us. That whole murder business sounds like something that dastardly Vassago would pull.
Keep it
Why?
down. Keep
Why?
it. I want to like give him a elbow.
The tieflings did mention something about this character, but they wouldn't reveal much information to me. They seemed a bit suspicious and untrusting.
Yeah, I was with him, and then I left, and now I'm with these guys, and they're cool.
I want to like look across the table at Loowee and be like, "Is this what I'm like? Whenever I've had 11, is this what I'm like?
Oh, that's nothing. You're even worse.
What? But I'm a pretty cool guy. Regardless, we have been in search of a very bad man. He's a tiefling, and his name is Vassago. Because you are from my homeland, and you have helped rebuild what was destroyed when I was once there, I feel like I can trust you a little more than most. But I'm still very hesitant, just in general, because of all that's happened. We are in search of this man because he intends on basically genociding everyone that isn't a tiefling. He has his own idea of a master race kind of thing going on, and we are trying to put a stop to that. Very terribly, we're trying to be covert, and we are doing a poor job, as seen here. That is what we are on route to do, and we were also told to go to Weldfield, but it turns out that is an old stomping ground for him, and there would probably be nothing found there.
Great. So you believe he was the cause of what happened to King Lazarus?
I know it for a fact. Whenever everything was happening and he basically overtook the castle, I had gotten there very last minute, and I didn't see his face there. However, I knew he was a bad guy, but I saw him again a second time, same exact guy, and I got to see his face.
If he is the one behind the murder of the king and your father and everyone else in Raven Rock, I will take him down myself.
You shut your mouth. Ayden,
Yes.
how do we know we can trust this guy?
Well,
Oh,
he is from
got a
the
shield.
same. He is from the same land that I also hail from, and this is the thing. Whenever you go and you become a knight,
I want to awaken mind with Ayden.
yes,
Like, we're gonna talk like this now.
this makes sense. Whenever you become a knight in White Oak, there are very stringent things you have to do, and you have to be very, very loyal to the cause, and you basically just have to be a good guy. He has become a knight, and I look, I want to trust everyone, and I can see where you're coming from, and I don't want to tell him everything. However, I do think we can trust him for now. Also, really quick, I want to look back at Garrett and say, with all due respect, Garrett, this man killed my father. I'm going to be the one to take him down. And then I want to look over at Dajjal and say, but with him. And then look over to Loowee and say, and her. But him first. And look back at Dajjal.
Fair enough. Maybe we'll see whoever gets to him first. I have a lot of papers here.
Guys,
I have a lot
I want
of
to like kind of lean over and be like, what kind of paperwork do you have?
He starts to unscroll these papers and blueprints and newspaper clippings. There are reports of fires. There's mysterious kidnappings of tieflings. There's something called Morrow's Claw. The murders of leaders in power. And it's almost like a red string wall map. I promise these somehow. They just seem so connected.
Are they all places that we've been to?
It's like...
I feel like, were we involved in things?
Prisoners
Did you guys do
escaping.
this? No. He has like all your wanted posters. Like, they're mostly places that you've been to, just because you've been to most of the major cities so far. But there's kidnappings of tieflings from all over, including places in Roychester and in White Oak and in the main major cities of Manshaven. If you have any information for me, I would love it.
Pretty sure I told you everything we have.
I want to incite him to know if he's telling all of it or if he's holding back some information.
Do it.
Oh,
Wow, such a great time.
No, you don't need a high DC to see that this guy has high moral standards. He's very proud of being a knight, and he seems very interested in this case and what information you have.
I got a question for you, Gareth.
Yes.
Pretty simple question. What is your take on slavery?
It's vile. White Oak certainly does not have this practice, and we think it's despicable that Manshaven and Leafin are starting to introduce it.
Probably gonna have to move out to White Oak then.
Tell me the names of your friends.
Oh, I want to look over at Dajjal. This is Dajjal, one of the nicest tieflings you'll ever meet.
Hello.
This is Cranberry.
And this is Loowee. She is a just straight firecracker. Or stick of fire. I don't think we had firecrackers in these days. Maybe,
Got
who
those
knows?
bomb arrows.
Yeah, right? He's got a pet bird and very cool. They are both very, very good people.
Well met, friends.
The crow repeats.
Nice to meet you.
Very good people.
Oh.
We did have a few other friends that we lost along the way. Not like died, but that were traveling with us and went their separate ways. Yeah.
Yes, they did tell me you had another tiefling with you. Did something happen there?
Yes, he was a seaman. He went back to the sea. Yes.
Okay.
But he got me this.
Oh, hurdy-gurdy. Are you a man of music?
You wanna hear?
No, I want to
I would
throw my
love
arms
to-
on it. Do not play that. Do not play that in here. It has a very soothing tone. Let's just say that. Oh boy, we have got to get. Have you gotten a place to stay for the night?
I have not yet. I've just arrived in Kragan. I heard there was some kind of festivities, and I've been on my investigation for a while, so I thought I might as well take a short break here and try my hand at riding the waves and checking out the festival.
Ooh, question for you. So I know a lot of the knights in White Oak, and Raven Rock especially are trained in smithing. Were you trained in any kind of smithing, my friend? I only ask because I want to like take the pieces of scorpion off of my shoulders that I've crudely attached and like show them to him and say, I want to attach these to my armor.
See.
But I want to make it so I can then maybe attach them to another set of armor.
Yes.
Can we do this?
We cannot flatten them or anything. They are a carapace of the scorpion. But if we lined them with metal and then we could put some sort of attachment underneath so they could attach to different types of shoulder pads that we create over time, I think it's something I can manage.
Yes!
They do look a bit silly as it is.
Yeah, they've been through a little bit of things.
So you've seen a lot of action then?
We have seen some things.
I was going to finish up here and head off to the beach or something. I heard they were having some sort of snail race here tonight, so I thought I might join in on that.
I'm gonna like look over at Loowee and be like, "We gotta get our snails."
That's right.
What
Yes, I will actually
What is
be
with
in
you
that
guys and
snail
these
race.
snails?
Listen, there's a snail race and we're gonna win it.
There's high stakes. There's a lot of clams on the table here.
Clamp!
There are clams. We are
Absolute-
winning all of the clams.
Well, I was going to head off
Where the snails at?
to the Murex Farms to try and procure a snail for tonight, if you would like to join me. Or we could go to the festivities at the beach. I heard there's an awesome wrestling match that's supposed to take place.
I'm all in for the snails.
I'm into getting I need a snail. I need a winner is the thing. Dajjal, were you going to wrestle? I forget.
I'm still sober.
Maybe you're drunk. Yeah, you're drunk and stupid.
Let's wrestle!
Boy, we need to sober you up. I want to like offer you more of
I
water.
need to find her!
You never got to really explore this this topic, Dajjal. But who is she? What?
I'm gonna take my tail and put it on Ayden's lip.
But you said it first.
I'll tell you later.
Oh, I'll hold you to that. I want to like hand him like a piece. I want to tear a little piece of Garrett's papers off. And may I borrow it? I've already done it. I'm
Yep,
sorry.
That's fine. I don't want it back.
I want to hand it to Dajjal and say, write it down, give it to me so I can give it back to you whenever you say I'm going crazy later, and say you wrote this and said you would tell me.
I just draw a big circle and give it.
Good enough. Put it in my pocket.
Well, if everyone is okay going to the Murex Farms,
Yes.
I'll show you the way. You guys have spoken with Garrett, and you are ready to head out to the Murex Farms. And as you step outside of this tavern, the Smiling Snail, Dajjal, you immediately sober up the second you step out. You are fine.
Ha
What on earth?
Arcana
Yeah,
check?
do it. Yeah.
Nice.
That house special has something going on. It is strictly for this tavern, and they seem to have enchanted it with something to let you party hard and spend more money at this tavern.
That's how
snap.
special. I just want to turn back to Ayden and be like, we're coming here so much more. This is where we party from. This is where we celebrate from now on.
This is our new party spot.
You never paid for your drink as well.
Yeah, that's weird. Okay.
Because
we don't work with that.
the guy that Ayden arm wrestled said he'd pay for your drinks all day. And your room as well,
Oh
if you
yeah,
recall.
that's right.
Garrett leads you down the cobblestone path. People are still celebrating and throwing stuff everywhere and playing music, and they're getting really excited that the Wyverns, again, have won their mutton ball match. And you guys head off. You see a sign that lets you know which direction the beach is, but Garrett takes you sort of at this fork. He takes you the opposite way up the path towards a sign that says Murex Farms. you guys head to the southwest edge of town and come upon a very rocky, craggy area with many signs advertising this area as the Murex Farms. And the only two establishments at this coastal section are a wooden hut on the left, which has a sign that reads, "See the snails or take one home," and a very long building which lets out into the water. So far across the water, a few miles out, you see very large balloons just in a line across the water on a very long string extending high into the sky. And these they're balloons, yep. And they're just
lift balloons.
A very round, seems to be like a helium balloon. And they're all spaced out, and they seem to be making like a barrier, basically to let you know that's where like the drop-off is, or that's where the swimming barrier is, or the boats can't go out that far, etc. So you see several boats with workers on them, and off on one little rowboat, there's a guy who dives off with a hand net. You see on another little boat, a guy climbs into it with a net full of spiked shells. On another boat, you see a guy agitating a snail so it'll spit its dyad into a bottle that it's holding, that he's holding. And far out, you see many little groups of people who seem to be floating on pontoons or paddle boards or something that you can't quite make out. The tourists seem to be farther out.
I want to look at Garrett and say, have you witnessed these festivities before?
I have not. I've never been to Leafen before, actually.
Crap. I want to say, guys, the shop, and then walk in.
Okay.
Now that I'm sobered up, I want to look at the group and then be like, guys, we're trying to catch like a genocidal maniac killer guy, Tiefling.
Yeah, that can wait.
I want to approach Dajjal with a very just stoic look and say, I know how you feel, and I know what we're trying to do, but right now, in this moment, we are here to raise snails. And I know what you're saying. I know you're thinking, this Ayden gone crazy, but sometimes gotta go for the gold. And we do need clams. We do need clams. Also, what do you say? Look, we've all been fighting real hard, Dajjal. If anything, like we kind of need this. We need a little light break. One night, I think we can take a recreational day and win some clams. Are you kidding me? Clams.
I guess let's get some snails.
You guys head up, and it's just basically like a beach shack, a kiosk, and there's a countertop, and there's a lady wearing a short skirt and a bikini top, and she goes, "Hi, brethren. Would you like to tour the Murex Farms or procure some snails to take home?"
Yeah. Well, it's funny you should ask that. I am looking to procure the slimiest of snails. You see what I'm saying? Catching my drift? I need a fast snail.
Ah, you're entering the races just like everyone else, man.
Yeah.
There's tons of them all over the taverns.
This is the thing. I'm going to win.
Ah, I like your spirit, man. Cool.
Yes.
Dig it. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, for just 2 gold each, you guys can ride out anywhere into the fenced-off area, scoop up a spiky little dude, and take him home. So.
I want to get in real close and is this fenced off area? Are the better ones outside of the fenced off area? I want to I want to see if I can persuade her to tell me.
Okay.
Oh crud.
Yeah, you want to go outside the barrier though, to get the snails out there?
Yeah, but where? I want that good snail.
Yeah, I mean the lurkers live out there, but
it's a lurker. What is that?
Oh, they're just these huge, terrifying monsters that'll swallow you whole and slowly digest you while you're alive.
Whoa.
But you probably don't want to go out there.
And they escape the lurkers, so they gotta be fast, right?
I don't know about that. They have spiky shells. They're still snails, though. Let's be honest.
Where is the fenced off area exactly?
If you look out there, you can see the balloons market.
Yeah.
Yeah. So those. Let's not go past those though.
Yeah.
And also, don't tell my boss that I told you about this.
Yeah, let's not go past there.
You will die if you go out there.
Yeah, look,
Says who?
how have you ever encountered a giant scorpion that stabbed you in the torso? I think I'll be fine. And I want to say, where? So 2 gold? What?
Yeah, 2 gold each. You guys will get a ticket. You can take it over to my dude at the other stall, and we'll get you settled with a ride out there.
I want to give her 3 gold and say, shh.
You might as well just give me all your gold now. You're not going to need it.
I'll make it. Don't you worry.
Okay.
How
We got a knight with us.
how big is the boat?
Well, you'll have to go over to the stables and pick something out. So hold on. And she passes each of you, including Garrett, a ticket. Bring those to Tristan at the long building across the way, and he'll hook you up with a ride.
I'm gonna come back here with the fastest snail you've ever seen.
You know what? You do that. And when you do, you can split those earnings with me.
I will take all the clams. Thank you.
That's fair. Okay. Well, you just come rub it in then.
Oh, that's fair.
I want to, like, as we're walking, everyone, like, look at everyone and say, don't say anything to Tristan. We are just going to stay by the balloons, and then we're going to go outside the balloons. Yep.
Tristan.
You approach this long building, and you notice it smells of sawdust and of animals. You approach the main door, which is one of those barn, like, half doors, and a young man leans on it. Hard, brethren.
Hello.
Yay. What's up?
We are looking to get a boat to go out to the fence area to get a fast snail. How can we procure one of these?
Well, did you guys talk to Tanya?
We did, yeah. I
Yeah.
want to present him with the...
Oh, nice. Yeah, well, let's get you guys a hog then.
Hog? What?
He opens the half door and heads into the long building towards the ocean down this long hallway.
I follow. Naturally.
This seems to be a stable of sorts, concerning the smell, and you hear snorting and squeaking as you follow Tristan down this corridor. And at the end, Tristan opens up a stall door, and out trudges a very large animal, about the size of a carriage. It's got 4 extremely short to the ground legs. It's really close to the ground. It's fat, and its entire back is covered in hard little spikes.
Tristan, what is that?
What kind of pig is that?
That's a sea hog. This is a giant hedgehog.
A giant
Hedgehog?
hedgehog? Awesome!
Okay.
How do we use it?
Ah, well, this is Pokey. Pokey, say hey. And the hedgehog,
Pokey!
the hedgehog, sniffs at you. And
I
then,
want to use bee speech.
okay.
What's up, Pokey?
Sorry.
Oh, wow.
Pokey's the best!
So the Pokey, with his short little legs really close to the ground, he kind of waddles out of the end of the stables and down a little ramp that leads into the water, and it hops into the shallows of the ocean, and it starts floating. You see its little legs not really touching anything, and he's got really short legs. And then Tristan goes, "Hop on, dudes." And as you contemplate your vehicle, Pokey rolls over onto his back, revealing a soft white and pink tummy, and he just starts spinning around
okay.
because he can't do anything.
Pokey, oh, you're my favorite, Pokey.
Are we all getting on Pokey?
I'm
Garrett
getting
just
on
looks
Pokey.
around and he just, let's go, and he just
Yeah.
jumps
Like,
onto Pokey,
rub,
and it
rub
Oh,
Pokey's
it
belly
is
real
Pokey.
quick. That's a nice belly, Pokey.
kind of squeaks at you.
I want to say Pokey. Wait, I want to look at Dajjal and say, can you talk Pokey into drifting us past the balloon?
Pokey, can you hold all of us? Because I have a thing with deep water, Pokey.
Hey, don't even worry about it. You'll be fine.
Should we rope off? Should we put a rope on Pokey and a rope to the shore to make sure we can pull ourselves back? Or how do you do this, Pokey? How, ask him, Dajjal, how we do this.
Pokey,
Yeah.
how do we go?
Oh, well, is everybody hopped on?
I am.
Louis up there, of course.
Yes.
Everyone gets on, and Pokey kind of bobs, and he goes back up, and you're your feet and your stuff is getting wet, but he's whatever. And he starts kicking his back legs, and his back legs seem to just barely reach the water, and he's kind of going backwards.
Sweet.
What a graceful creature.
Tristan stops you. Hey, rules, dudes, rules.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
First off, take 1 snail. Don't be a butthead. Take 1 snail.
Yeah.
Yeah. Second, don't feed Pokey. He gets gassy. Cool. Third and most important, don't go past the balloon barrier. Cool.
Is he not on Pokey with us?
He is not.
Oh, that's what he. I can't hear you.
You're like right there.
For the third
What are
one.
you saying?
I can't. What are you?
I can literally reach out and touch you.
Oh.
Do you guys like want? Are you experienced riders? Do you want paddles? Do you need anything? You snacks? You guys good?
I could use
Yeah,
a
we
few
good.
snacks.
Snacks.
He like tosses you guys like an apple. Don't feed Pokey.
Let me ask you this: if I feed Pokey, will his farts propel us quickly?
No, you'll probably find
Uh-oh.
some dead fish or something, man.
Okay, just making sure. I want to look over at Pokey. Pokey, you like this food? People feed this food. You can't understand what I'm saying.
Pokey like starts squeaking and like sniffing towards your apple.
Oh, Pokey. You're a cool hedgehog. No, Pokey, I can't. Maybe I don't. Dajjal, ask him if he can have some.
I'm not supposed to feed you,
No, he's just kidding. I'm totally allowed to have that.
but we'll give you some if you maybe take us a little bit past the barrier.
He starts to spin around and start paddling back towards the stables.
No,
Just right by
kidding,
the barrier. Just right by
We
the
just
barrier.
want to get as close as we can. Ayden, you can just leave your armor on Pokey.
That's fair. I will be taking my shield.
Down there with you?
It'll help me sink.
It won't help you float.
You guys just head away from the stables, past the rowboats, where all the people with rowboats seem to have brought their own boats. And it seems like everyone else who were out that you saw kind of standing on the water or sitting on the water, which you thought maybe paddleboards or pontoons or something, they all seem to be on these little hedgehogs. And you can see little noses sticking up out of the water and little paws rolling around.
That's awesome.
Yep. If you guys would like to direct Pokey to head out towards the barrier, you can do that.
Let's get this party started.
First of all, how does that work? Like fishing snails like that?
Oh, I'm sorry. They would have given you a net to have captured the snails. You take a long net that's like on a significantly large pole that collapses, and you just pass it down, and you can scoop them up that way, or you can swim off if you would like.
This is my plan. I need all of your help, because if things get crazy, which they very well might with these beasts, I'm gonna need have you ever seen the movie Sandlot?
I have heard tale of the ancient epic poem of the Sandlot.
So what I'm gonna do is, once we get close to the edge, I'm gonna tie this rope around me like a harness, and I'm gonna deep dive and get the cherriest of snails. Okay, I'm gonna swap it up, and I'm gonna yank on that rope. You guys are gonna pull me as quick as you can back. However, I am now realizing in Sandlot that kid totally got wrecked. Make good knots, guys, and Landless plan is going to work, I think.
I really don't think we should be going out past the barrier.
No, you know what, Garrett, I see what you're saying, but sometimes you gotta take a controlled risk.
No.
Or an uncontrolled risk, you know? You know what I'm saying, Garrett?
No.
Garrett, this is why. This is what's holding
How
you
close
back,
are we
Garrett.
to the barrier?
You guys are really far from the shore. If you're going out to the barrier, you're like a mile and a half out. So
Oh,
Oh.
man.
Okay.
it's far. No one can hear you scream.
Can we see the snails, or it's just?
As Pokey is backing away from the stables, you look over the sides and you see schools of fish going about, and you see down at the bottom flecks of white all over the seafloor. And you know these to be the long, spiky shells of the murex snails.
I want to use Cranberry and like her searching around to see if Cranberry can see like the snails underneath.
Yeah, as you're going out, the farther you get out, the more snails there are. It seems like the farmers tend to stick to just the right at the shore, and the people who are looking for faster snails want to go more, like, a little farther out to also get their money's worth and have a good time swimming around and just hanging out on these sea hogs. And as Cranberry is out looking around, yeah, she sees the same as you. There are just, especially the farther you get out, more flecks of just white along the floor. It is a farm, so it's not too deep. The whole way you're going inside of this barrier is only about maybe 30 feet deep.
Okay. But can Cranberry like depicts the like the speed of the snails, like if she can pinpoint like the fastest one out there.
These are snails.
Yeah.
They are
like,
snails.
We're looking at like the fastest of snails, like the one that when you blink you miss it, like.
Mm-mm. She cannot even tell if they are moving. These are snails.
So it's only like 30 feet deep, you said?
Yeah.
Wait,
Okay.
first of all, Loowee wants to pick one up, like, as on the way out. She wants to pick one up, like.
Nature checking.
Huh?
You're gonna fish a
Is there-
snail up?
Yeah, I'll use the mage hand.
Oh, okay.
Just grab one in the water and pick it up.
Okay, yeah, you
Smell
pick
it
up
down, right?
you pick up one of these snails, and it has a spiky shell. It's pretty long, and then like a purple, gross, barnacle-esque animal sticks its head out of this shell.
Wait, how big is it?
They're pretty big. It's like I would say about like a conch size. So
On a scale of 10, like how fast is this bad boy?
I don't know. Why don't you put it down on Pokey's tummy and check it out?
Okay.
And you have
That's what
nothing to
I'll do.
compare it to because you've never seen one of these before anyway.
I'll pick another one then. I'll pick two.
All right, you pull two
I'll
snails
just keep
out and you set them
picking
down.
snails. I'll just keep
You are
picking
having your
snails.
own snail race on Pokey's stomach. He's like squeaking as they're like tickling his tummy or something, and they're gross and they're leaving residue as they're going along. And you notice that
That
one.
can be washed off.
Yeah, you're you're spooking these snails, and behind them try and make them like go get, or whatever. And
Go on, get.
Garrett is just like, this is weird. And yeah, y'all are watching these snails, and they are, one does seem to be significantly, for a snail, faster than the other ones.
I keep going and like putting one snail on next to one another and then making them race
Okay.
till I find the fastest one out there.
Okay. Yep. You do so, and you find what you are able to discern as the fastest of the snails.
Sweet.
Okay.
I want to do an experiment.
Okay. Did you bring salt?
Oh no.
Oh, my.
no.
No, I brought something even better.
Mm.
I brought juice for the snails.
Juice.
Yeah, juice. I wanna see if that snail can drink a little bit of
Oh my gosh.
potion of speed.
Oh my god. That's from the first episode.
Yeah.
You dastardly Dan.
Now, I'm not sure about Loowee, but Ayden and Dajjal, you know the nature of potions. You have to drink that whole thing in order for it to operate.
You're gonna give this whole thing to a
I
snail.
don't even know if we can drink it. Like, how does that
No.
work? How does a snail work?
Maybe just get a bin, pour the potion into a bin, and set the snail in it.
You're
It'll
gonna
soak it
kill
up.
this snail.
You guys are weird. Dajjal, do me a nature check.
Nature.
What do you mean nature for what?
There you go.
Oh,
You believe that there is a way that this snail will be able to consume this potion one way or another.
I want to use beast speech on the snail Loowee has. And
You're
ask-
gonna drink this potion, snail.
and tell it, hey, we're gonna have you race for us, and we need you to drink this potion. Be fast.
All you hear is like a duck quack, and it just goes meep.
Yeah, I guess using beast speech on a snail probably should have figured anything.
If you could see
Like,
like a snail had a face, it would have its tongue out and its eyes would be in different directions. It would just
I want to look at the snail Ayden has and try to talk to that one.
okay.
Hey,
Hey, that is,
what's going on with your buddy over here?
Derp.
Just throw it back in the water.
Guys, these are snails. Goldie says the snail will be the final boss of this level.
Throw it back in the water. It's slimy.
As we were doing this, did we get any closer to that barrier?
Yes, you guys are floating towards this barrier. Loowee, you have procured a particularly quick snail. Ayden, what were you looking for with your animal handling? You're checking how it feels.
Just how like for whenever I go to scoop up my snail,
Sure.
like a good way of getting under there and really getting it, or
Yeah,
like
their shells have spikes on them, but they're not like sharp to people.
Yeah.
Just like something can't eat it, you know. So it's not like harmful to you. It's a long shell. I think there's a picture of it in your book. There's a long shell. I also wanted to tell you, I have a note for you. Add 1 to history, Cody. Add in your proficiencies. Add +1 to history for having read all those books.
oh sweet,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, or Frampton.
I read a book once.
Yeah, you read half a book. You're almost there, buddy. On your next rest, okay?
I want
Oh,
to say
yeah.
that my snail is named Roger.
Roger.
That's all I gotta say.
Okay, so we're getting there. I want to look out and see if I can make out any big boys swimming.
As you look across this border, you don't seem to see anything out there. Any shapes. The water is really beautiful blue, clear.
I want to hand the rope over to Dajjal and Garrett and say, if I don't give a tug, pull me back anyway in like a minute. I can hold my breath for way longer because I'm a pretty good, you know.
Okay.
I'm gonna give 2 tugs for pull me back, 1 tug for I'm okay, 3 tugs I'm dead.
Are you sure this is a good idea?
No,
Yeah. I didn't think
not
so.
at all. However,
That's the White Oak Way. Let's do it.
yes. I'm not gonna go like super far out from the barrier.
And
I'm
you've
just gonna
taken
go
off
on
your
the-
armor?
Yes,
Okay. And you have your shield.
yes.
Okay.
But my shield is still slung over my back. Maybe hold on. Yeah, I'm gonna have my shield on me. That way I can. It'll help me sink, and I can. They're gonna be pulling me up, and I can use it to. Yeah. Okay.
Pokey refuses to get closer than like 15 feet to the
fair.
barrier for some reason. So you're gonna have to swim for it, or because there's a long chain reaching all the way to the bottom. So you're gonna have to go over it.
Guys, I want to like look back before. I really need you to pull with all of the strength you have if something goes wrong. I can cast spells. I can do that. But water is always kind of a mystery. You know, you never know what's going to happen.
How long of a rope do you have, Ayden?
50 feet.
You know what? We don't even need your rope. You don't even need to go swim. You see how you seen how I caught those snails?
Yeah.
That was pretty safe, wasn't it?
Yeah, Loowee. But you know what? I'm going to get a fast snail. It's got to go fast.
Alright, I want to use cranberry and just circle around
Yeah,
outside
use
of the...
cranberry for me, Loowee,
You know,
and
you
keep
do
an
your
eye
thing.
out.
You do your thing, Ayden.
Here I go. I'm gonna jump off and start swimming toward the
Alright. The barrier.
The
You,
barrier.
as you're going, your shield is kind of dragging you a bit, but you manage to make it over towards the barrier, and you head over.
Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of. Is it like something I crawl over, or is it like a rock barrier?
It's like a chain with floaties on it. So
Oh, okay.
yeah.
So yeah, I'm just gonna kind of quickly bob over it, take like a really big breath, dive down, and start making my way toward the quickest snail I see.
Okay, you're headed down here. Cranberry is flying around over top. She can see these speckles of white snails everywhere. And Ayden, yeah, you see a significant amount of snails on this side of the border. They can't get across, however. So it seems like these are not the snails, like they can't get under the chain barrier. It's pretty heavy against the seafloor. So unless like a rogue wave comes and picks up the chain at some point, these snails are not the ones that are used to being farmed. These are just ones that happen to get out at some point. So yeah,
The
you're
Mustang.
the mustangs of the snails, hey.
A wild snail.
Here it is. None of them really seem to be moving much. They're snails, so they're either going really slow or they're not moving. What would you like to do?
I want to grab 3 of them.
Okay.
3 of the most.
The biggest or the
Squirrely-looking-
thinnest or...
One of each, actually, like a thin one, a medium one, and a big one.
Okay.
And grab them up and pull twice on my rope
Okay.
and start swimming toward the surface.
You knew this would happen, Ayden.
Oh no!
As you're,
Oh, no!
as you're outside of this barrier, they're all of a sudden quicker than Cranberry can even call back to report. With just
Oh,
the
no.
lightningest of speeds, a dark, dark shadow jets across the clear blue water and approaches Ayden on the seafloor.
I want to pull twice.
You pull twice, and as you're tugging on this rope, you feel a tug back, and Garrett looks at you, Dajjal, and he goes, let's pull. And you pull.
No, I think that means good.
Oh,
It was good.
you're right. Wait. And so they sit there and they discern it for a moment, and then he goes, no.
I think it was three pull back, right?
I can't remember. No, I'm pretty sure 2 meant pull back. And Garrett,
Pull?
Garrett,
Okay.
Garrett, pull. You
Okay.
pull back with all of your might, and you keep pulling.
I want to cast.
You get a rope, a frayed rope.
Whoa! Oh no!
Well, that's not optimal.
Wait, we get a frayed rope, or Ayden does?
When you pull it back, it just comes flying out of the water, and it lands on Pokey's belly, and there's a frayed rope at the end of your hands.
I just want to look up and just look at the sky for a second. I hate you, Ayden. and then very unnervingly jump in the water.
It's gonna have a sneak attack on you, Ayden.
That's
It's gonna
fair.
have that initial attack. Garrett says to some sort of deity, I finally had someone, and you just gotta take him away from me. But then he sees Dajjal jump in, and he's like, oh, we're doing this, and he starts taking off his armor, so I gave up.
Gave up on him.
Ayden, you are looking down at these snails, and as you look up, you see a great round row of teeth, like a lamprey eel's row of circular teeth, open up, and as you let out a bunch of air, it is going to take a swipe at you with something that looks like a whipping tentacle.
What are the? I wanna look up what these things are.
It's gonna whip you.
Does a 13 hit? Oh, that's a 13. Sorry, hold on. So if I click that, okay, gotcha. If the target is a creature, it must succeed on a DC 14 Constitution saving throw or become. So a 13 doesn't. A 13 with your shield in front of you. Do you have your shield in front of you? Actually, no.
Yeah.
Regardless, your armor is 12 because the shield adds 2, and you have a base of 10. So
Is my base 10?
with no armor, you're a 10. It is 10 plus your dexterity modifier.
Well, that's 0. So.
What's what are we fighting again? I just want to
Something
get
called
it.
a lurker, but you don't have an image of it yet. All you see,
Okay,
and no one has
okay.
seen this except for Loowee through Cranberry's eyes, a dark
And me in
Shadow.
person.
and you in person. Loowee, you notice it seems to be something like an octopus shape, where it's kind of large on the front and then it has tendrils out the back. So, roll a Constitution saving throw. That's a thing. You have become diseased.
Wonderful.
It has no effect for 1 minute and can be removed by any magic that cures disease. After a minute, the diseased creature's skin becomes translucent and slimy. You can't regain hit points unless you are underwater. For now, you are fine. Okay, so you, at the moment, take 14 points of damage.
Yep, can do.
Jesus Christ.
Alright, so let's roll initiative. Garrett is going to take his turn. It's 15 feet to the barrier from Pokey. Pokey is freaking out and starts like spinning, but he starts like rapidly like spinning in a circle, and he can't really do anything. And he's just like he's squeaking and he's really sad. But you have abandoned your apples, and he starts spinning. And as the apples are bobbing in the water, he starts spinning and eating them as he's going.
Oh, that's great.
Garrett-
This is not going to be good when we get back.
Garrett jumps in the water after you, after having pulled off his armor, and he goes 15 feet to the barrier, and he sees this huge, massive shadow underneath him, and he jumps over the barrier, and he is gonna go about halfway, try to get halfway down to you, take a deep breath, and try and start making his way down to you. Dajjal.
So how far is the? Like,
There's 15 feet and then 30.
I want to go the 15, hop over, and then go down the 15.
Yep.
And then how far away would I be from there? You said
15.
and 30. Close, and do I see the shadowy figure?
You do, and you see it take a swipe at Ayden. Yes, because this water is beautiful, clear blue, yes, you can see that this creature, I will put a picture of it on the map for you.
Oh,
Oh my Lanta.
Let me actually see if I can do like a impromptu map here, just so we get an idea of our battlefield.
So I see this thing. Do I know what it is?
Roll me a history check. Or a nature check. Okay, probably not. These are sea creatures, and you don't seem to be familiar with this creature.
Do I know a bigger sea creature than this?
Roll me a nature check.
I think Gabby knows what I'm trying to
Yeah.
do.
Very nice.
Huh.
You can recall having heard stories, especially even stories from Karthus, as you're going through the woods together and having campfire stories of sea monsters that he tells you that he has seen and that he shows you pictures of in sketchbooks and things like that. Describe to me a creature that Karthus might have told you about.
A kraken.
Okay.
Oh, Kraken, nice.
I'm gonna cast Phantasmal Force. A spell save DC is 14.
Tell me about your illusion.
Bubbles like go up over his eye. His eyes. And after the bubbles clear, a kraken is there, going to eat him and try to get him to run away.
Where Ayden is?
Yeah, like I'm making Ayden a kraken pretty much.
Okay. It looks at Ayden, and all of a sudden, Dajjal casts this phantasmal force, and a kraken appears. But within the kraken, it can see Ayden inside the kraken's maw, and it is unshaken, and it is still attempting to go after Ayden.
Aww.
Your illusion has failed. So sorry.
Oh, we could have saved so much time.
Just barely.
Okay.
But it was cool.
I came up with such an elaborate.
We needed a word picture. It was good. It all worked out.
I'm sad now.
There.
I'm sorry.
You failed.
Loowee, you
So
can
does
go.
does the illusion fail instantly then? That's
I believe, yeah, it drops.
yeah.
But you could try it again.
Ayden's
It's a level 2 spell, but... Loowee, as you are looking to attack this creature, keep in mind that there is a chain gate, a chain net between you and Ayden, so nothing you can fire will be able to...
Are you sure?
I'm not sure. You
Are
can
you sure?
whistle while you work, my friend. Let's go.
First of all, that's a big target, right?
It's a large
It's a really
target.
big target. I want to use the golden arrow. I want to shoot the arrow in the air and change path once it reaches after the barrier.
Okay.
So I have advantage on attacks twice a day.
Nice. That'll definitely hit.
That's 17 damage.
All right, you shoot your arrow up in the air, and then you command this golden arrow to shoot down into the water, and this radiant light sort of lights up this dark creature in this water, and you see that it's some sort of creepy octopus shark lamprey beast attacking Ayden right now. Oh, I didn't roll initiative for the beastie.
The arrow comes back.
Okay.
I want to reassure Pokey not to freak out and stay still.
Oh,
Okay,
that's
yeah,
nice.
because you are spinning on this rotating hedgehog right now. Okay, well, it sort of stays still, but it has like one apple in its mouth. And it just eats the entire thing as it stays still. All right, so your platform has stilled itself.
Good.
All right, so now it's the obelisk's turn again. And it's going to take another swipe with this tentacle. That will definitely hit. That's a 20.
Well, I did say 3 tugs was dead, and I did tug 4 times, so...
Okay. Okay, so
Jeez, that sounded like a lot.
it's
She just goes.
you're gonna take 13 plus
Oh,
13 plus?
16.
It's nothing. You have like 50 HP.
Does he? Does he?
I have
He's the same as
35.
you.
Oh yeah, that's true.
How you
No,
looking,
he has
Ayden?
more. He has more. He chose Constitution on his S level, didn't he?
Oh yeah, Ayden, how you looking? Bad
Very
or
bad.
or like?
Almost just very bad.
Alrighty.
I want to attack it, but I also don't want to die. What do I do?
Do what you do, Ayden. Your turn.
How does this thing look?
Fine. Dented. Scraped.
Well, I'm gonna
We can
Touch-
assume that
touch my heart, touch
Okay.
this wound that it hit me with. and I'm
Loowee, do
gonna-
you at this level have a bonus action to use an object?
No.
Not yet. Okay. You heal yourself for 11 or for 17?
Yeah.
17.
Oh, it's 17. Thank God.
Thank Lathander. So nice.
Oh, thank Lathander.
Jeez.
Why is it? Why I don't get it? Why 17?
He's adding because he cast it at a higher level.
Yeah.
He gets a
you're
bonus
using
to
a
it.
higher level slot instead of a.
Yeah.
Sometimes you
Yeah.
gotta do what you gotta do.
I'm gonna try and swim closer to the surface. I want to take a breath
Big ol'
and
breath.
say, "Owie, this sucks. This is not good.
You
This
can-
is a bad idea.
You can
This is
cry as
bad
a free action.
idea. This is a bad idea. I'm sorry. It hurts very bad. I'll keep taking the hits though.
Yep. Okay. It's Garrett's turn. He says, "I could take a few for you," and he has left his armor behind, but he takes his greatsword with him.
I want to. Would I roll survival or a history to see what the thing did to me? Like I would imagine I can feel something.
Oh yeah. You can run survival or medicine. Yeah. Nice.
Nice.
Yes. Okay.
So
After 1 minute, your skin becomes translucent and slimy. The creature can regain, so you can't regain hit points unless you are underwater. The disease can only be removed by a heal or another disease-curing spell of 6th level or higher. When the creature is outside of a body of water, you take 1d12 acid damage every 10 minutes, unless moisture is applied to your skin.
wonderful.
You're a
I
boa
want
boy.
to yell. I want to yell to Garrett and say, "Don't get near it. You can't let it touch you. No one get near it. I'm in a bad spot right now."
Garrett says, "There's nothing I can do. All I have is my greatsword. My stuff is back on the Sea Hog."
Go back on the hog.
Are you sure?
100%.
He does as his friend has told him to, and Garrett will head back with Loowee onto the Sea Hog. I'll draw a Sea Hog. Derp. There she is.
You have to put a little
Little legs.
little cone for little legs and a little cone for its mouth.
That's the size of the. Oh Jesus! Okay.
Yeah,
That
it's
thing is bigger than the amulet.
I don't know. It's smaller than that, but that's a good.
got a huge head. Like an anteater.
No, he's looking back.
Okay.
It's all about the perspective, you guys.
Yes.
Okay, hold on. There, you guys can fit on it.
Can we?
You can, it's fine. You just use your imagination, okay? So Garrett has taken his movement to go back, and he can do nothing. But now he's going to collect his things, and he's going to start to use his action to put back on his armor.
Okay.
Dajjal.
So this fence is it like all the way down? Like we're literally
It's heavy.
right there.
Yep.
But if we're at the surface and it's right there, right?
Mhm.
Just gonna grab Ayden and flip up on over that thing.
Okay, you can try.
Duh.
Yeah.
I don't like the wording of that.
Well, I'm not the strongest character.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
Think so?
Yeah, roll me a strength. We'll call this a DC of 10.
Oh, I want to see that.
You tug Ayden, but his shield is at the wrong angle, so when you pull him, it just catches a bunch of water. And Dajjal, you are able to get yourself over this this chain fence.
Phantasmal force again.
Phantasmal force. Fantastic.
That's what I said.
Okay.
Yeah.
Phantom.
Oh, right.
Okay.
Phantasmal force again. This time, it's in a big cage that's on fire.
Oh, underwater.
Underwater?
It doesn't. It's all.
It doesn't know. What does it know physics for? I don't know. So go ahead.
My spell save DC is 14. We'll say boiling water. How about that? Like the water is boiling around it
Okay.
with a fiery cage of death.
This creature seems to believe that it is within this cage, and the water around it starts to boil, and it feels very hot all of a sudden, and it starts to look around frantically and starts trying to bash the edge of this cage, and it's like a mime in a box. It can't go past this barrier for some reason. Ayden, you're watching as this creature's just thrashing about around itself.
I can say something real quick, right?
Yeah.
Speech. Aid to hop the fence!
Okay, Loowee.
I want to use Cranberry and the Mage Hand to try and fish one of those snails outside the fence.
Okay. Okay, so using Cranberry's eyesight and your mage hand, you managed to scoop up 2 snails from down here.
Sweet.
Ayden, I figure you have released yours, yes?
No,
What do you mean, no? What do you...
I have them. They're on the back of my shield.
They're stuck to it? Oh.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
I'm gonna save those. I'm gonna save those boys. They're gonna win me that race.
I don't know how this is gonna play out, but I rolled a 6 for the 1d6 psychic damage.
Thanks.
To the thing.
Thanks. He's very sad in his little cage.
Like all of a sudden, I feel feelings about this. Like, aw.
Look at it. The aboleth is still below you, Ayden, so it's going to take its movement and come up to you. And
Wait, doesn't it have to try and get out of the cage?
To try to get
oh
out
yeah,
of the
you're right. Oh yeah.
Oh, thank goodness.
Sneaky beaky. It still believes that it's stuck inside this cage.
Perfect. I just have to crawl over a freaking... It's gonna follow me. If it's amphibious, it can crawl over a freaking chain.
This is a legendary creature. It can use legendary actions outside of the basic rules of D&D.
What?
So we're gonna see how long its
What the
tail
F?
is. It's gonna take a legendary action and it's gonna swipe at you with its tail while it's frantically trying to thrash out of this cage. Its tail comes up and it's going to try to make an attack. That will definitely hit. 16 plus 9. That's not the damage.
Who is it attacking?
I would be dead if that were the damage.
16 again. You take 19 hit points of damage from this random tail attack flailing from this aboleth.
Oh,
Ayden goes belly up.
I am at 4 hit points.
Oh, okay, you're fine. You're fine.
good.
You're fine. This creature continues to thrash about, seeming to believe it is stuck in an invisible cage. Ayden, that's you.
I'm gonna jump over that freaking
Barrier, yeah.
barrier.
Ayden, you are able to get over the barrier.
Swim to this and first thing first, grab my javelin and prepare a swift lightning strike because it's in water. And that's gotta do double damage, right?
I want to smack Ayden.
I'm just
Roll
getting
in
ready
water
to...
and roll away. You're gonna kill the hedgehog.
Oh, that's a good point. Crap.
I want to awaken mind that with, or not awaken mind. Beast speech with
Pokey?
Porky. Porky.
That's a cute name, too. It's a pig. It's a hedgehog.
Porky.
Pokey. Pokey. Run like the wind. Swim like the wind.
Ayden, anything else for your turn, though?
I'm gonna
Oh,
get
sorry, I
the
didn't
rest of
notice
my
that.
crap on, like a firefighter dons
That'll
his
be your
uniform.
action.
Yep, that's fine.
Okay, so Ayden puts on his armor. Next is Garrett. He has all his things. All he has, though, is a crossbow, and this thing is still beneath you, so he really can't do anything to distance-wise to help. Dajjal, you're gonna take that time to tell Pokey to swim away.
Yeah. Pokey. Let it go.
All right.
And I want
we
to.
don't need to go. We can just stay here. We're safe, no?
Well, we'll
I'm worried
find
about
out,
the
I
thing
guess.
Jumping the fence.
That's what I'm worried about too.
We already have snails.
Oh, it's amphibious. She.
I want to. I will use
Do you have anything else, you crazy
Mage
warlock?
Hand to smack Pokey on the butt.
Just
Let's go.
yeah.
Get going!
Pokey doesn't need to be told twice. Pokey swims around and turns back and starts kicking his little legs, and he is headed back towards the stable, away from this barrier. As you're headed away, Loowee, would you like to do anything?
Yeah, I wanna see if those wild snakes that I got are they any different
Snails?
than the one?
The snails?
What did I say?
Snakes.
Oh.
You got snakes?
Yes, that was so cute.
How did I get this? Mother of God!
Like, the
Loowie's
snails-
covered in snakes.
The snail's shells were empty and like some sea snakes took up in the...
I just made one. Like I pick a snake up and I just minor illusion.
This is a
on it.
snail.
Yeah, I want to see if those snails are are they any different than the ones inside the?
They're a little roughed up. They seem to be missing like the tips of the spikes on the end of their shells. They got scratches. They got holes in their shells. They seem pretty tough. Tough snails. Mustang snails.
I'm gonna do the little race. Like,
Alright, Loowee takes her action
water.
to race some snails on Pokey's belly as you're being pursued by this beast. This thing seems to break out of its cage, and it leaps up out of the water, and it jumps towards the barrier, and it just shoots out of the water like a beautiful dolphin, and it goes up towards the barrier. However, once it reaches the barrier, right above the barrier, below these balloons, it hits what seems to be an invisible wall, bounces off. You hear a growl, and you see this dark shadow jet back into the depths of the ocean.
My God.
nothing to be scared of.
Oh my gosh.
You
That
are
was-
out of combat.
Terrifying. I want to dip back into the water and say, you guys, I gotta stay in the water.
What do you mean?
What's going on?
We have to go find that man who cured Loowee, and we have to bring him here.
Kristoff, the Dragonborn.
We
the
have to go
wise.
get Kristoff.
Kristoff is gone.
No, he leaves tomorrow morning. But we need him now.
Well, let's go find Kristoff.
I have to stay here.
No,
Oh,
you.
wait, we still need to
No,
no,
find the fastest
I want to
snails.
like tear down my breastplate and like show them where this thing hit me. Say if I get out of the water, I'm gonna take a bunch of acid damage.
We got 10 minutes to
Oh,
find
hold
him,
on,
little
hold on.
buddy.
Let's
Let's-
see.
No, I think it's
Oh.
1 minute.
It's 1 minute until it starts, and then it's every 10 minutes you take 1d12 acid damage.
I will die. I need
You
to
guys,
stay in the water.
Ayden looks really bad.
Ayden looks
Okay,
very bad.
Ayden,
Aiden's
so
gonna
you're cleared,
use
right?
the rest of his spell slots to heal himself. Though.
Okay. Is that 26?
Yeah.
Very nice. You heal yourself for 26
that-
points of damage. You
Like
are
the
at 30.
maximum you can have.
Guys, can you go get Kristoff for me? Just tell them it's an emergency, and I will give him a hug.
Is Kristoff the Dragonborn with the
Yes.
tent?
Yes.
I can go
He's
get him.
that would be
You go get him. real
wonderful.
Okay,
Please,
so
please, please.
Pokey starts headed back towards the stables. You guys have a lot of snails.
Oh crap, that's right. We only paid. I did give her 3 gold. I think she'll let me slide with the 3.
I
But
just
we could get 2, right? We could get 2.
You can get
yes.
one each.
I want to grab Aiden's shield and just wipe all the snails up into the water.
I wanna give Dajjal the slowest snail I have.
I'm gonna grab my snails back up and put them on my shield and say, "You monster! You monster! Do you know what I went through to get these snails? Yes, they're gonna win us that race. One of these snails are gonna win us that race."
I want to take the snail Loowee hands me and just toss it, like not violently, just like drop it in the water and be like, Louie's gonna juice up his snail. It's gonna win.
That snail gonna die.
Was this worth it to you? Like, I'm just like irritated. I'm like, you about died. I am like magically exhausted.
I mean,
Hindsight?
the grand prize is 100 clams, so
I would say that's
100,000
totally
clams.
worth it.
100 clams.
Like totally worth
I
it.
mage hand that snail that I dropped in the water. 100 clams.
That's what I said.
So the 3 snails that DJ so rudely placed back into the water, I grabbed back up. I want to put them on the other side of my shield and give them like a little scoot. Just it's something to do while while I'm waiting, and see which one's the fastest
Yeah,
out of all
okay.
3.
Yeah, you're able to discern which of the 3 is barely the fastest of these 3 snails.
Yeah.
And then what would you like to do with the other 2?
But now they're exhausted and tired.
I'm gonna rest the one on the back of my shield. His name is going to be Barnaby. Barnaby Jones is his name.
So
Also,
Barnaby it
I wanna
is.
know, which one is it? Is it the thinnest,
That's
the
what I
medium,
need to
or
know.
the biggest?
It is the medium one.
Medium.
Oh, balance. All right.
Okay.
So what about
The other 2 I'm gonna offer up to Dajjal and Loowee and say, "Don't juice your snail. Do you guys want one of these? They're
Oh my
all
God,
pretty
mine's
quick."
much faster.
Loowee also pulled 2 out from over the barrier, and as she was racing them, she was able to tell that the 2 outside the barrier are a little bit faster.
Then the two
That's
I
not
offered
Roger?
up.
No, then the ones that she originally had from inside the barrier.
Oh, I'm sorry, Roger.
Roger.
Roger,
That's
no.
I want to take one of the ones Ayden's offering up because they were outside the fence.
He'll take you up on that offer now that he knows about the 100 clams. Ayden.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, I just take a snail and I stick it on my shoulder
Gross.
like a parrot.
What's your name? What's your snail's name, Dajjal?
Figus.
Actually, you know what? You were a jerk. You threw my snails into the water.
Yeah.
You take it back.
Yes, I did.
Loowee, your new snail's name?
Rabbit.
Cute. You guys, those are some cute names. Except Figus. What's going on with that? Anyways.
But I got two now. I got two snails. The other
Do
ones
you?
are
Garrett, however, has yet procured a snail.
I'm gonna give Garrett my other snail.
Okay.
Unless he wants to. Unless he I'm gonna wait for him to get back and offer it to him since Loowee didn't want my other snail.
I could fish a snail, but if you feel like the ones from outside the barrier are faster, I'll definitely take that one.
Why aren't you getting the guy yet?
Oh yeah, that's right. Please go get that guy. We need him.
Well,
here.
we're still on the thing. Before you approach the guy, you want to make sure you
I
don't
thought
have
we
too
were-
many snails, or you're gonna get in trouble.
Okay.
What have you named it, Garrett?
I'll name it. I will name my snail Petunia, after my mother. I'm sure she'll be honored.
It's a boy.
How do you know?
Okay, so
I rolled a 15 nature check.
thanks.
Oh, you're gonna handle it?
I don't.
You guys have
No,
no
My
idea what
hand
you're
is
looking for.
permanently purple.
No. I just know that I picked the fastest one. I'm
Alright.
very happy with my snail. Barnaby.
So, we have Rabbit, Barnaby, Figus, and Petunia. The 4 snails from outside the barrier. Do you put the other ones back?
No, I got two wild snails.
Uh-huh.
Wait,
One
I
is
didn't have
rabbit,
any-
The other one is called Burger.
Oh, you're right.
Burger goes in my bag.
Burger? That's not a thing, but okay.
Wait, did you put Burger in your bag of holding?
Loowee, do you put Burger in your bag of holding?
Yeah.
Okay. Cody, don't say anything.
Is it bad? Can I?
No, dude, you're totally good.
Oh, I'm so hot right now. Oh, okay. Okay. No, it's fine. This will be fine.
It's even better. His name is Burger.
Burgers don't exist. That's just a random sound that you made up to name this
It's a
thing.
crazy weird name. yeah.
Okay. You guys are headed back on Pokey's tummy towards the stables, and you guys get up to the ramp, and Tristan greets you. Hey, what's up, guys?
Kind of need help with that guy. He decided he wanted to take it. He wanted to grab.
I want to
he
just
got
put
bit
my
by a
hand
snake.
over. I want to put my hand over Louie's mouth and say, I really wanted to swim. That was my. And you know what? I am gonna stay in this water for as long as you'll let me. How long can I stay in this water? It's really nice. It's a really
It's
nice.
free
time.
ocean, my dude.
Oh my man!
Yeah.
Thank you,
Have fun,
Tristan.
man.
You have no. I will have so much.
Do it, dude.
Tristan, you
You
don't
gotta
even
take
know.
the armor off, but
What that? You know what? I could, but like it's really shiny, and maybe I'll get a good.
Good.
Maybe I'll just like attract something. I mean, you know, Tristan. You know what?
what? I'm gonna put Pokey away. Hope you guys had a good time with Pokey.
I want to like go over to Pokey and like tap Pokey on the belly and be like, "Thanks."
As you pat Pokey on the belly, he rips a big one, and Tristan just looks at you like,
I didn't give
not
many,
cool,
I
man.
swear.
Not cool.
I swear I didn't give many apples.
That's it. You guys are going on my list. And he like kind of wades into the water, and he like flips over Pokey, and Pokey like and it like gets back onto the little deck, and then it climbs up and goes into his stall, kind of sad. And he's like, "No, man, no apples for like a week, bruh." And he slams the door shut.
Oh, that's great. Nice. Well, I'm gonna have a swim.
Yeah,
and,
you do that. Garrett is like, "Yes, I have things to do. I got a snail. Yes, good day." And he leaves, and he heads into town.
Hey, no, we got some time now. I promised I'd tell you
I want
Why,
to pull like the wet note out of my pocket and say, "Yeah, you did."
when I was with Vassago. Boy meets girl. boy and girl fall in love, boy and girl massacre villages together. You know, it happens.
Huh?
But Vassago, when the time came that I betrayed Vassago and wouldn't kill anymore, he was going to kill. I tried to lunge at him and kill him, and she stuck me with a dagger. Right there, right in the gizzards. You know what I mean? Right in the
What?
right in the
In the
chest.
where?
Tieflings have those.
And she actually saved me. Christoph confirmed it for me. I've always wondered all these years if she just missed her mark, which I've never seen her do, or if she fake killed me, stabbed me, I went unconscious. And Christoph confirmed that for me. And, you know, it's been a couple of years, but love of my life thing. And now that Vassago knows I'm alive, he's going to know that she didn't kill me. I need to find her and Vassago ASAP.
Are you sure that he...
If you recall, in the cave, he said, "I shall have to have a talk with Demea."
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I know we've done a lot wrong, but she's kind of stuck. I mean, once you're with Vassago, you don't really leave Vassago, you know what I mean?
Oh, shit.
Yeah, but I tell this story, tell them what's going on. We've been traveling this whole time. We haven't had a day of rest. So, Demea can handle herself, but I think it is important that we hastily find Vassago.
Tell you what, if I didn't take acid damage every 10 minutes, I would be really training this snail. I'm just like looking at it on my shield. I'd be really trying to get this guy to do something, kind of like some kind of trick. You want?
I mean,
do you want to try and talk with it?
I want to be speechless now and be like, "Hi."
Fart noise. Oh no! What did it say, Dajjal?
It said, "Hi."
Woo! Well, that's a start.
You sure
wanna-
have a winner there, Ayden.
Snail, we're going places.
After a while, rushes up Garrett and Christoph.
Christoph, thank you.
Ah, yes, hello. I've left my tent, my stall, empty and open, just for you. I hope there will be compensation.
Christoph, for you.
Yeah.
Anything.
I like you. I knew I would. Okay, well, I bring Crystal Ball. What needs to be done? He told me his course need breaking, his spell need breaking, his person need hexing.
I want to look around and make sure Tristan can't see.
Okay.
I want to show him my gash.
Ah, he went out the barrier, did he?
I
Okay.
did.
Yes.
I did.
Well, I've seen this before. Christoph, take care of it for you for low price of 26 gold.
Christoph, I will give you 30 gold.
He's so generous. I know I like you. Yay. Very nice. I will help you out. I take payment up front.
Wait, what? Oh yeah, here. I want to throw him the 35 or 30.
Thank you for business. Christoph, now he break your disease, okay?
Oh, thank goodness.
I
Christoph.
will pray to God. Okay. So he takes his crystal ball, which he pulls it out, and it's like a smaller one, like in the labyrinth in labyrinth, and he pulls out this little crystal ball and he starts rolling it between his hands. God Sirik, I call upon you to break Fancy Man's course, to break his disease and put good health in his body. Please to be breaking course, please to be helping make healthy, and thank you. And he, you see that inside of this small crystal ball, purple starts to swirl around, and you see stars and a nebula appear as you speed through space at an alarming rate. As you're looking through it, and you're just like tripping out, man. And it's amazing. It's nebulas and stuff, which you've never seen before. And you're tripping out. And then as you're watching this, you're like hypnotized by the nebulas and the stars appearing and shooting stars. and space storms and black holes, you can't look down, but because you're mesmerized, but you feel across your chest, your wound starts to heal up, and you seem to be doing well whenever the zoom in ends and it lands just back in a cloudy sky, and then it fades away into nothingness. Kristoff, nice to do business.
Kristoff, that was nuts.
Hey.
That was like an otherworldly experience, man. I'm
Yes.
tripping balls, man.
Oh, what?
Like,
Hospital? Trash can. Hospital. Great.
that-
Well,
that
everyone
was-
sees something different. So,
that was
Yes.
amazing. Also,
yes.
Kristoff, I'm like kind of getting close. Your prophecy, man, it's no joke. I have met someone.
Ah, it's pretty lady. I told you would meet
Oh, wait,
pretty
no,
young
no,
lady.
No.
Is
not-
Tanya? Tanya's very nice.
No, Tanya was. Yeah. No, this is. No, Garrett. He's from where I'm from.
Ah, he's from,
from-
country of White Oak, yes?
Right, White Oak, from Raven Rock.
Very cool.
Yeah, he did it. Like he's here. I don't know how. Like it's just crazy.
I tell
I'm
you,
not
Kristoff
looking-
is amazing. I tell everything is very wise.
Yes. Kristoff, can we still meet up with you tomorrow? Just making sure.
I have very tight schedule. Please try to be coming before dawn, if not right at dawn.
Okay.
I must leave.
I'm just letting you know, Kristoff. We're gonna get in this snail race tonight, right?
Ah. Would
And I
you
wanna-
like prophecy on snail race?
Yes.
Oh, Kristoff, I
Oh
want
my
to hold up the snail on my shield, like right in front of his nose. Like, do you see this snail? Barnaby Kristoff.
Ah. Very strong name for strong snail.
Is he gonna be the winner, Kristoff?
Well, let me check for 2 gold, I tell you.
Yes, Kristoff. Yes. Flip him the 2 gold.
Cool. He takes this small crystal ball and he rolls it to his hands. Anyone else would like prophecy over snails?
I'm not sure if it's more of a problem. Is it healthy to give a snail feed potion?
I am not doctor, but I can see what will happen if you do.
Fair enough. Let's do.
Well, are you sure to be doing this? I only see future. If you do
Yes,
not
we are
decide to
going
do
to-
this, then I cannot see it.
We are going to shove this potion in this snail one way or another.
Oh my god.
Let me look. Seems like, fancy elf man, your snail will not win race, unfortunately. I'm very sorry. However, fastest snail is naturally going to be the one called the rabbit. Rabbit snail is to be fastest snail in entire race. Everyone will be impressed. Super fast snail. Potion will work fine on the snail. It will not be harmed by the drinking of the potion.
Yes.
Yes. You set snail in small, very shallow dish of potion, and it will drink it. I'm sorry to be saying, Ashwind man, but perhaps there is prize for participation.
Failure.
Ayden just like slowly goes under the water. And like you see bubbles and a bunch of bubbles and then no bubbles. And he floats up into the water.
Work here is done. Thank you for prophecy and payment. I go. I see you tomorrow.
Thank you,
Very
Kristoff.
before brightness, early. Yes.
Sure.
Okay, I go. You be there. I leave without you. Bye. So Kristoff heads back into town, runs back to his booth before people start poking around. And Garrett is here. That was amazing and strange, and that worked. Glad I could help you.
Ayden's still floating, like back up.
Garrett like picks up a piece of driftwood and like pokes you with a stick.
Nothing.
All right. Should we leave? Is he always like this? Should we leave him?
I've wanted to leave him the day we met, but I guess we're stuck with him.
All right, let's fish him out. So Garrett wades in and he like fishes you up by the arms and he drags you out of the water.
Whenever he says that, I just want to look at him and say, I wanted to die.
Ayden.
Rabbit! Put me back in the water.
It's only
Garrett.
100 clams. Come on, let's go. Would you like to head to the beach where there are festivities, or would you like to head back to the tavern? Now, 7 p.m. I believe is the time of the races, and
What time is it?
It's like noon. It's like 12 noon something.
Let's go to the beach and watch that wrestling.
But I want to make sure that we.
You guys head back to the fork in the road where Garrett took you to go to the Murex farms, and now you are headed to the northwest. You arrive at a sandy beach. There are food stalls and a few tents with games to celebrate the Mutton Ball finale. And at the center of this beach area, there is a fenced-off area with a lot of people standing around it. Under the umbrella, there is a woman with a parchment writing down stuff, and she shouts, "All right, hold your horses. You're putting 100 clams on Percy? Not a bad bet. You, sir, 25 gold on Earl? All right, you got it." In the fenced-off area, you can see beyond the crowd is a purple tiefling, a tall purple tiefling, and he lands a blow straight across the cheek of a human man. And the tiefling smiles wide, revealing some sharp canines, and he raises his arms in victory as the human falls face first into the sand. And the crowd cheers, they go wild, and the one with the paper starts handing out gold and a bunch of clams and starts collecting some from onlookers.
Hop in the ring.
Okay, $10 on the other guy. Or 10 gold on the other guy.
Wow!
Look, we're gonna shark him. I'm gonna bet 10 gold on him. You're gonna throw it, and then I'm gonna bet 20 clams.
I'm not gonna throw any.
What? Okay.
As you go...
My plan for this is already foiled.
Okay, it is, because as you jump over the fence, the lady, you are mid-air jumping over this fence, the lady grabs you by the collar and slams you back down onto the sand under her umbrella. And you're surrounded by people, and...
we lost.
What do you think you're doing?
I want to fight.
Yeah, well, you can sign up just like other bozos who are going to lose to Percy, so...
I sign with my tail.
Okay, hold on, there's a process here. Listen, let me finish handing stuff out. And so she hands, all these clams out and all this gold out and stuff like that. Percy's our #1 fighter, our prize champion of Kragan. I'm sure you've heard of him.
I want to look back at Garrett and say... Actually, I don't want to say anything. I just want to look back and kind of go, okay.
Garrett looks at you. Did you want to fight?
What? Me and you?
Oh,
No, do you want to enter the contest? I'll bid on you.
Guys, we're all
What?
going.
No.
All of us.
What?
All of us want to enter?
Loowee?
Yeah.
Yeah, if everyone else is doing it, why not?
YOLO. Let's go. Excuse me. Carpe diem. So,
Translating, what does it take to sign up?
you just have to make your way through the bracket. You're going to be fighting a bunch of people. Rules, absolutely no magic is used here. If you have extra extremities, tails included, you may not use them. This is strictly a battle of strength and of wit, if you will. You're going to be doing holds, and if someone cries uncle, you're going to let them go. Or I'm going to get in there with you.
So no one cheats?
No.
Who's here to determine if someone uses magic or not?
Me.
Can you tell?
I can tell.
I want a minor illusion of butterfly in front of her, down by her face.
She, pulls out a dagger and she, cuts it in half.
I want to go up to her and... Do you know Sammy?
Sammy from Vacuous?
Oh my god.
Ayden just falls over.
Yeah, Sammy's really cool. She comes out here and gets a sweet tan all the time.
Okay.
Or she does. I want to cast my mage hand and see if she, perceives it.
She, gets a tingle in her nose, and she sneezes, and she's like, put it away. Can we just, if you're gonna sign up, just sign up, okay?
God damn it. What's your name?
Delia.
Nice to meet you, Delia. I want to sign up.
All right. So we got one. What's your name, honey?
Loowee.
Loowee. Okay. Who else? You, Mr. Tiefling?
I'm Dajjal.
Nice. Dajjal, Tiefling. That'll draw a big crowd.
Like that? Ayden goes up to... Why are you talking like that?
Why am I talking like what?
Okay. Okay, so... okay, I'll write you down. Who else is going?
That's with a D, by the way.
Dajjal with a D?
For Garrett.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got our MVP as well, Garrett.
Oh, okay.
I want to grab him and pull him up. Ayden and Garrett. The Bash brothers of White Oak.
Okay, well, you can't tag team, but...
Well, that's a bummer, but okay. Okay.
In the first battle, you're going to be going up against, looks like Earl.
I will go.
You may use strength or dexterity, depending on how you want to play this, so let me know just what you want to do, so...
I'm Ayden and Garrett are standing, cross-armed next to each other,
So first up, we're gonna have you, Tiefling Man, Dajjal versus Earl. Go ahead and jump in the ring, and I'll get him ready. So the Tiefling leaps over the barrier, and a bunch of ladies like fawn to him, and they're like, "Hey, what's up?" You hop in the ring, and after a moment, in steps Earl, who you see push through the crowd. Like the crowd kind of parts, and you see a Goliath step forth and jump into he just steps over the barrier, and he steps into the ring with you, and you recognize this gentleman as Big E from the Shells of Far Speech booth.
I want to.
Big E, oh my god!
I want to go up and shake his hand before the fight.
He'll shake your hand.
I want to go up to what's her name and be like, I want to put 10
Dahlia?
gold on Big E. Dahlia,
Okay.
I want to put 10 gold on Big E.
I show no fear, even though I am quite literally peeing my pants.
Okay.
Good luck, Big E. I have confidence in myself.
Hey, that's good. Thanks for your purchase earlier, by the way.
Hey, no problem.
Yeah, man. Let's do this. Okay.
Hey, win or lose, we're still cool at.
Yeah, we're cool. I don't know about your friends.
Yes.
Are kind of. Yeah.
Yes.
Let's do this thing. Ready? And so you kind of
All
circle
right.
around each other in the ring, and Dahlia takes bets. Loowee, did you want to place a bet?
Alright, 25 on Big E.
Guys!
I mean,
You can't hear it. You hear them. You're busy.
I bet on Big E, but I cheer for
I
Oh
wanna-
no. I want to
Oh.
tell her loud enough to where they can hear me, so he like to motivate you, Dajjal, to be the best you can be.
To demotivate him so that he loses, so you get money. Okay.
Oh, or that. I mean, it's a
Good
win-win.
job. We still love you even if you lose. It's okay.
Well, I want to try to bob and weave. I'm going to sweep around him, get on his backside, crawl up his back, grab him by the neck and the arm, and put him in an arm bar like Ronda Rousey.
Roll me a dex.
Oh, that's not bad.
If he goes to like hit me, or
Okay.
if he just goes to grab me, I sweep under his arm, get on his back, and like put him in an arm bar to try to get him to submit.
You've got him, and you've got his arms locked, and his biceps are like, you can't even like reach around him.
Oh man.
But so go ahead and roll me a strength. Very nice. He contested with a 3. So as you've got him in this hold,
Wow.
and he's trying to get you off his back, you've got him around his neck, and you've got his arms taken, and he after a moment, he's struggling and trying to get you off and like spinning around. He taps out.
Well, I gave her my 10 gold and go over to Dajjal and give him a pat on the back and say, good.
I want to help him up after the fight and be like, just lean into him and be like, could you let me win? Shake his hand. I'll stop by later and maybe buy more of those magic conch shells.
They're Murex shells. Tell your friends.
Yes.
Yeah, and so he waves to everyone, and they pity clap him out, and he steps over the ring, and he is out.
I want to look at Ayden and be like, suck it!
Oh, I've tapped you on the back and said, good job already.
Get away from me.
Don't touch me. Ayden, you're up next, buddy.
Yes.
Hop in there. Ayden, against you, we're gonna have our fighter, Cho. Cho is a gnome who comes from Wellfield, so...
I don't care who it is. I bet against Ayden.
Sweet.
What's that?
Okay, how much?
Like 20.
Okay.
20.
I bet 25 that Ayden would win.
Oh man, Louie, that's really nice of you. I have been rolling like garbage tonight.
You got this.
What the heck? I'll bet 30 on myself.
Go ahead and roll me a strength, please. Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
middle of the road.
Okay, as you are fighting Cho, tell me about like what you're gonna try and do here.
I want to like gauge where Cho's at, you know, and kind of duck and dodge, grab Cho by the arm, pick him up above my head, and give him a toss up.
Okay, so yeah,
Trust the gnome.
you're trying a bit of you guys are throwing punches, you're dancing around this ring a little bit. Cho's pretty agile, got that plus dexterity, so kind of a bummer
Yeah.
he got put up against you. But Cho, you're in this ring with Cho, your armor is off, and you pick up Cho, and However, they roll down your back and grab you around the stomach, and they are like bending your spine like backwards, and you have to tap out. You cannot take your spine bending like this anymore. You are out. Okay, next up is Garrett. Garrett is gonna hop in the ring. If you have anything to put in, I would bet on me.
Okay.
On who?
100 gold.
Garrett. 100 on Garrett. Garrett, you're going to be going up against a guy named Tim. He is a human.
100 for me as well.
Okay.
Believe in you, Garrett.
Oh my god.
Okay. And Tim is going to roll. Oh
Garrett,
no!
you lost me 100 gold.
Garrett, no!
Oh no!
Oh, Garrett. Okay. As Garrett is bobbing and weaving with Timothy the human, they are taking swipes at each other, and they hit each other a good few times in the jaw, in the chest, in the arms, and eventually Tim just lands one on the underside of Garrett's jaw, and he gets dizzy, and he leans back against the fence. I'm out. And he can't take it, and he ashamedly goes across the beach. He hops over, and he goes to stand in the water.
What happened, Garrett?
Sorry! And he like goes to stand in the
You
water.
guys from White Oak, what is wrong with you?
Hey,
What
Louis.
weaklings from White Oak?
What's your dexterity, Louis?
Oh, it's plenty enough. Believe me.
Alright, Loowee, you're up next. You're gonna be going against Shane. Shane is a dragonborn.
200 on Louis.
This is so bad.
I won 100. I
If
don't
you
know.
lose
man.
this one.
It's pretty RNG at this point.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fair.
Alright, Loowee, you step into this ring, and over the line steps a dragonborn named Shane. And he is red, and he's not too big. He steps in, and he cracks his neck, and he puts out a fist for you.
I crack everything.
Okay. Are you gonna meet his? Are you
Fingers,
gonna meet
my
his
neck,
fist?
My back, my knees, and I fist bump him.
All right. And you guys just stretch it out, and she takes her bets. Dahlia takes her bets, and says, "Go ahead." And you guys start dancing. What would you like to try to do, Lou?
What Louis will do is basically follow like Shane's movement all along, dodging everything he punches.
Okay.
And when she feels like she has the right moment, she'll try and trip him.
Okay, so you'll try and trip him, and then once he's down, what are you gonna do?
Arms lock or whatever's.
Ooh, hold him. Okay.
Yeah, it'll be dexterity.
Okay.
There goes nothing. Wow.
Oh my god. I just lost 200 gold, Lou!
Did you? Depends on what Shane
Yeah,
does.
so you do manage to actually trip Shane, and he goes down, and you grab his arms, but as you slide your arm down his arm, he punches you right in the freaking neck, and you step back, and they swipe your feet out from under you, and then get one leg and one arm, and they hold you. Shane has got you, and you have to tap out, and you can't take it, and Loowee has lost this round.
I went from 930 gold
Gambling
to
will
600
get
gold.
you. Well, as you were going, Percy defeated a human called Colt, and so now it is going to be... So Percy versus Cho. So Percy is going to roll against Cho. Let me just roll these out real quick. There's Percy, there's Cho. We'll do strength for them. Percy has 1, and then we're going to have Dajjal against Tim, the human. So Dajjal, what would you like to do? Strength or dexterity?
First, shake Tim's hand.
Okay.
Wish him good luck. It would be dexterity.
Okay.
Wait for him to punch, try to dodge it. Kind of sweep him to the ground and hold his arm down and try to get him to
100 on Tim.
Cody, do you have a problem? Like an actual...
Well, no, I'm
Okay.
stopping at 500. Unless I win.
I'll cut myself off. Maybe. Alright.
And if I win, I'm keeping that ball rolling.
So what are you doing? 100 on Tim? He
You
did
make
win
the
the
final.
last one.
Boy, I wish I could roll like that.
Well,
So you're taking swipes, and you missed him, and you unfortunately get decked across the face, and you take it really hard, and you dive into the sand, and Tim has bested you.
shake his hand and say, "Good blow, Tim."
Yeah, you say goodbye to Tim, and Ayden, you take 100.
Back up to 700. Still 200 less than the half.
So you guys get out of this ring. Much poorer Garrett is staring off into the sea, questioning his life choices and everything that got him to this point. Percy is actually up next, so he goes into the
really
ring.
quickly want to do an Arcana check on Percy.
Okay.
If he has some kind of magical enhancement that really couldn't be considered as a cast spell, but something that was enhancing his ability.
Yeah, for sure. You size him up, and Percy seems legit.
300 on Percy.
Okay.
I'll place 100 on Percy.
Okay,
Going
and
big or
this
going
is
home?
versus.
Versus who? Yeah.
This is versus Shane the Dragonborn. And
I'm going to lose 300 gold here.
you will not freaking believe this. I just rolled nat ones for both of them, so I'm gonna re-roll.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Okay. Nice and nice. Okay. So this is Percy versus Shane the Dragonborn, and as you guys are taking a look at this, Garrett manages to come back over and get over himself, and he comes back over and sniffles, and he is watching this fight, and Percy's in the ring with Shane the Dragonborn, and he just swiftly, first punch, knocks him to the ground, puts his foot on his chest, tells him to stay down, with his tail pointed at his face, and Shane puts his hands up.
His tail
He
too?
didn't use his tail. He's threatening with his tail, and he has bested. He has bested Shane. So whatever
Thank
you.
goodness. I'm staying. I'm back up to 1,000 gold. I'm good.
Oh, nice. Take your winnings. Cool. And then it's just Percy versus Tim the human, and they tap fists and they contest.
But can we bet on that?
Yeah. Would you like to bet
100 again.
on Percy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Who's the other one?
Tim the human.
I'm going to go 50 on Tim. No. Go.
Too late. You dropped the money.
No.
What do you
I'm
want?
staying at 1,000.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Okay. Tim takes quite a few swings at Percy, and Percy's dodging left and right, and he's doing really well, and he ducks and dodges, and he does a swift uppercut onto Tim, and it knocks Tim down, but Tim gets back up, and it's a pretty rough fight. Tim's a pretty good contester, but after about 2 minutes, Percy gets him in a hold behind his head, and Tim has to tap out, and Percy has won.
Woo.
Percy is being cheered upon by the crowd, and people are throwing flowers and things at him, and everyone's really excited for him, and he jumps out of the ring and is met again by ladies, and Dahlia starts like passing out clams and gold, and she's like, alright, keep your pants on, everybody, and she starts handing out all this stuff. Percy steps out of the ring, and he towels off, and he's about to make his way into the water to wash off.
Percy, I want to thank you.
What's that, make you rich today?
Just a little bit. Yeah,
I
you
hear
got
ya.
me 300 gold. my
Always
man.
bet on Percy.
Oof. Let me ask you something.
Sure.
Have you heard of the great Lord Lathander?
I've heard tale. What's up?
Well, I'm just saying he is a benevolent god of life.
Okay.
And if you ever want to chat about him, hit me up.
Thanks, man. I don't know who you are, but I'm gonna head for a swim. Actually.
All right. Thanks for the gold.
Yeah, for sure. I'll catch you later, man.
See ya.
And he
I want to,
heads to the water.
I want to awaken mine, Percy.
Okay.
Do you know Vassago? Just
He
because he's the perfect target that Vassago would want.
he is toweling off and all the sweat, but then he takes off like his outer button-up shirt, and he starts heading towards the water, and you hear coolly in your head, I sure do.
I want to say, turn around.
Ah,
Like-
nice to meet another brother, he says out loud, and he comes up to you.
Yes, I want to look back, like try to meet him over here.
Okay.
Look back at Ayden and like just give him like hold on, like steadfast. You know what I mean? Like,
Okay.
and
I'll just chat with Garrett.
I want to talk to him and be like, so if you know Vassago, what are you doing here? What are you doing here?
Why don't you tell me a little bit about yourself first? Who are you?
I'm an old friend of Vassago.
Yeah? You got a name, old friend?
I'm not gonna tell you that yet.
That's fair enough. Well, my name is Percy. Nice to meet you.
I heard.
Yeah.
I'm actually looking for Vassago because I think I have more recruits that I could get him.
I see. That's really good to hear, man. Like, I'm really glad you're on board with the cause. Yeah, so I haven't heard from you before, but yeah, if like, do you have references or something? Like, how do I know you're legit?
You know Vassago.
Yeah.
You know Demea. You know all that. I know them.
Okay.
So,
cool. Well, if I had a name, I could try to communicate with them, get back to you.
If I told you my name, he would be upset with me.
Okay. No, it's totally understandable. I'm just waiting for the day, man. I'm just sitting around.
Surprised. I'm actually surprised you're so calm with everyone you're fighting, knowing how much you know the overall cause here.
Oh,
surprised you don't hurt people a little bit more, you know?
I'm just waiting for our time, man. It's motion of the ocean. It'll come. It'll come. I'm patient.
Do you know where I could find Vassago? Because I am looking for him, and it is it's a matter of urgent.
Yeah, I don't get to talking with the big cheese much, or ever, but I don't know. If you need a place to stay, you can hit me up and just chill out with me until someone comes by, and I can let them know that you're cool.
Do you live here?
Yeah, I live here in Kragan.
You don't know where I could find him though right now? Do you have any hints?
Let's think. I don't know. I mean, do you have like a stone far speech or anything? Like, why are you having trouble getting a hold of him?
Ask him if he knows Thai.
I can't hear you.
I know.
My stone of far speech isn't currently working at the moment.
Oh, is that a thing that can happen?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
If you drop it off a tall mountain, anyway.
And lose it, yeah.
Who are your contacts? Like, who have you got in contact with?
Yeah, well, I was recruited by Ty here a while ago.
Where is Ty?
He comes to town every now and then just for vacay. He just likes to hang out here, so.
Do you know where he is permanently?
Usually he's, let's see, well, he's usually either based in Rochester, in Cape Sebastian, which is the capital, if you didn't know. Yeah, but he kind of moves all around, depends on where he's needed. He's mostly a recruiter, though. He's not really big up in the ranks, but...
Well, that's what I'm trying to get done here. I have a very big group of people, yeah.
Oh, wow. That is so good to hear, man. That's really nice.
Yeah, especially, I got the guy I used to know, pirate.
Yeah?
I miss him.
Oh.
But, yeah,
Sorry.
But, I've been out of the loop the past few years.
You've been, like, on missions or something?
I've been on a very long, extensive mission.
Okay.
And I think Vassago thinks I'm dead. I know it sounds weird, but that's why it's so hard for me to get a hold of him. But it paid off.
Yeah.
And now I'm trying to get this going in a big way.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, well, I just talked to Ty. I mean, if you want to, like, chill with me, I can go back to my place, grab my, I have a shell of far speech, and I could try to call Ty if you want. We hang out every now and then.
Yes, but
okay.
I'm with non-Tiefling.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, you know.
It's part of my mission. They have to come with me.
Okay.
Just me and you will communicate via Awakened Mind. Just don't let them know what we're talking about, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I gotcha.
I want to turn around to Ayden and say, like, Awakened Mind with him. He's with Vassago, like, as I'm calmly waving him over. Look for Loowee, do the same thing. This guy's with Vassago, and we're going to go to his house, and he's real big. And Garrett.
Yeah.
Garrett Meir.
Okay.
I don't trust Garrett yet.
Okay.
As we're walking over, I tell Garrett, just go with the flow.
Got it.
Yeah, so yeah, can we go to your place now to contact you know who?
Ty? Yeah, that's fine. It's just a name. Okay, yeah, let's that's super common. Okay, yeah.
What time is it?
What time? It's like 1 o'clock. Percy is he washes off in the sea real quick. Pardon the smell. And he is like fanning ladies off, like I got stuff to do, ladies, come on. And then he goes with you guys into town, and you reach a small wooden hut, and you step inside, and it's kind of humble. And you step in here with Percy, and he goes to his table where he has a murex shell, and he He picks it up. You want to call now, or do you want like to chill it for a while? You guys need anything? Lunch? I could tell you my testimony. Or
Listen, I want to awaken mind Percy and tell him, listen, these guys know who Vassago is and everything.
they're on board.
But-
In his head.
In his head, and be like, they're expendable. Just so
Okay.
he thinks that you know what I mean? I want him to think that I am with him for now.
Well, they all are, but I mean, some of them are nice, and if they're nice, they're nice. That's fine.
Yeah. But, yeah, they know what's going on here, but
So we could talk openly to Ty, or what?
yes.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Okay, Ayden, Loowee, we're gonna call Ty.
Okay. Why are you winking like that?
You got something in your eye?
What's wrong with
Yeah,
your
oh
face?
god, yeah,
What's
the
wrong
sand.
with your
The
face?
sand. There's sand from the beach still.
You guys good?
Yeah.
Hey, Ty. This is Percy calling in from Kragan. You there? After a moment, it's pretty silent. You hear some rustling. You hear some. Hey, what's going on? Hey, Ty. You got some guys here. People looking to get some recruits in. Like, are you guys taking over there, or like where can we move these guys? We're actually looking for Vassago apparently right now. My guy can't seem to get a hold of him. It was well, I'm glad you're in Kragan, first of all. That's good. I had a contact saying he was gonna come and talk to you, so I'm glad that you're there. Actually, Gar said he was gonna come in and hang out in Kragan for a little while, so I'm glad that you're there. Did you see Gar? No, I didn't see Gar. Is he headed over here?
Oh shoot.
Yeah, he said he might stop by. I didn't know if you were in town or not, so I didn't tell him necessarily if you were going to be there or not. I think he was headed up to Wellfield or something. So, yeah. But cool. Yeah, I don't know where Vassago is necessarily, but, yeah, actually, hang on a second. And so you hear, like, flipping of pages and stuff. And after a moment, oh, yeah, looks like he's going out to Frampton. Okay, yeah, sounds good. Okay, well, thanks so much, man. Listen, so should we bring recruits to Frampton, or like, what, do you need more people in Cape Sebastian? Is that where you are right now? Yeah, I'm in over here in Cape Sebastian right now, up in Rochester. But yeah, if you head over to Frampton, that's why I don't know how long he's gonna be there. Can't say. I'm not really sure what he's doing there. He wouldn't tell me, but it's none of my business anyway. So, but yeah, that's all I know. He could be gone by now. It takes a while to get there from here, so yeah.
Versus thumbs up.
Percy's like, all right, well, thanks, Ty, so much. I appreciate it, man. I'll catch you up later. Let me know next time you're in town. We'll hang out. We'll go swimming. We'll go shield surfing. And sounds good. Love shield surfing. I'll do it with you next time I'm in town. Love you, man. I'll see you later. Gotta get back to this book I'm reading. It's getting real good. Chapter 9's crazy. All right, so he hangs up the shell. Phone disconnects, and Percy's like, well, looks like he's headed to Frampton. I don't know how long ago that was, or when they expect to see him.
That is what I needed. But I wanted to ask you, Percy. You actually seem like a pretty decent guy. Why are you joining the cause?
What is that supposed to mean? Like, we're all decent guys. Like, we're all here for the cause. We really support the cause,
I mean,
man.
before I went on my extended mission, you had to be cutthroat. I want to like take out a dagger and like hold it up. If I told you to kill this guy over here and point towards Ayden right now, would you do it?
All three of them easy, man.
Okay. I just swing the dagger out and put it
I mean,
back.
no offense. You guys seem nice and all. I'm sure you know about the cause and everything. But, and we could always use people. It's not just gonna be us. Of course, we need help from other people and everything. It's our turn now. So, we appreciate you guys supporting the cause.
Do you really need more incentive? Like, this guy's no good, right?
I'm not gonna kill this guy as much as I'd like to beat him to death.
I just want to tell Loowee, like, I don't know how many more are in the town. I don't know who's gonna hear us. Right now, we have the info we need. Do you see the size of this dude's bicep?
Looks like they're in Frampton. That way.
Oh snap. Yeah,
I got an idea. Dajjal, I want to message you. So Loowee tells Dajjal, You know that hurdy-gurdy you have?
Yes.
You wanna use it with Percy? Maybe while you do that, I can do the round.
Never have to ask me to play the.
As soon as I see him taking that out of his bag, I want to start. Like, I want to leave. I just want to be like, okay, bye. Come on, Garrett.
Ayden and Garrett head out, having seen you pull out this hurdy-gurdy. Loowee, are you getting out?
Yeah, I'm getting out.
Alright, so you guys head outside. That's really suspicious that you just pulled out this hurdy-gurdy and everyone else left. I'm not gonna lie.
Maybe
No,
he's
no,
just
I'm
trying
like-
to serenade him.
The whole time, like, listen, their ears can't handle this awesomeness. Can you please just tell me if this sounds good?
Roll me a deception.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're all about music here in Kraken, so play me some funky tunes on that hurdy-gurdy, man.
God.
Play guitar. Just get off.
Turns into a bass. Play that funky music.
You pull out this hurdy-gurdy and you start cranking out some tunes, literally, and Percy's like... And he totally passes out on his table.
As soon as he passes out, I want to pull a dagger out and just
Oh my
pretty
God.
much sit there with it.